Hey, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I want to talk about how Jesus is the lover of our souls. And our souls are our mind, our will, and our emotions. So that it's, the deepest part of us, our personality, our will, our choices, our minds, and he knows us. In order to love us, he has to know what we're like. And there's the 5 love languages. There's a book about that. I believe it's Gary Chapman that maybe wrote that. But we can see Jesus loving people in each one of those different ways. And say when he heals people, he touched them and he lifted their hands. And Thomas, he had Thomas touch his hands, the holes in his hands and the holes in his side. He had him touch them. And an interesting thing about touch is that you are actually 60% more likely to buy something if you touch it. So it's really pretty interesting that touch is such a powerful thing. So it might be good to think about like watching what you're touching, whether good or bad. And is it using touch as a way to minister to people or encourage people, hugs or touching them on the shoulder saying I'm praying for you, or whatever it may be, using touch. So that's one way that Jesus loved people. And I just wonder if that's how they felt most loved, if Thomas felt most love because his love language was touch. Or there's quality time, which obviously, you look at John or his disciples, he constantly had quality time. He was giving them his time. Or gifts, when you look about when he goes to Peter and he calls to Peter, he shows up and Peter jumps out of the boat and swims towards him. He made him breakfast. Okay, and that is like gift giving and, quality time and acts of service. So he's like totally loving the disciples in all those different ways by offering those. So Jesus loves us in the way that we need to be loved, and is such a great example of how we can love other people. We can think through, okay, what is their love language? How will they best receive and understand that I love them? And we can really think through what that would look like, whether it be acts of service or gift giving, which doesn't have to be huge. It could just be a little word of encouragement. Jesus was also, if you think about when he asked Peter, who do you say that I am? And he's like, well, you are the Son of God. He encouraged him by showing him what's true about his identity in Christ. He's like, God revealed that to you. So reminding people, encouraging the deepest part of who they are, who God made them to be, what God has done in their life. So just think about, what is your love language? How has God loved you in that way? And how can you love others in the way that they would best receive it? Thanks for your time. Please subscribe below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, bye-bye.